No better place to be than on the bank, fishing for big carp. We're in November. I've come to do a bit of big fish hunting in France. As you can tell by the title of this video, it's not going to be a normal vlog, so it's a good time to introduce a new project that we're going to be dipping our toes into, which is going to be all-inclusive carp fishing holidays in France. We're just setting it up now. Northern Carp Tours is what it's going to be called, which is basically going to be what it says on the tin. It's going to be carp fishing holidays, all-inclusive, to France. One of the reasons we're going to be setting this up is over the years, we've been coming to France for about 15 years now, and after bad experience after bad experience, after learning from mistake and learning from mistake, I think we've got to a point now where we can probably offer what we think to be an amazing holiday for carp anglers, or for a certain market of carp anglers, not everybody. We've done the all-inclusive trips ourselves, and what we have found is that nearly every one that we've done, there's always been something missing from it, where corners have been cut, and we think we can do better than that. You know, there's been times when we've been on all-inclusive trips, lakes have been full, and Joe Bloggs has been sat in no carp corner, not catching all week, and he's got no place to move. So we're going to be tailoring a package that all them little mistakes that I think have been made and overlooked in the past, is that we can do a better job of it. You know, even down to the food, the amount of times that people pay top dollar for a good food package and they get served up rubbish. You know, 2% pork sausages, meals that cost about 10 quid to cook for about 10 people. Well, this ain't going to be that. We're aiming to sort of like, we're going to be selling them as luxury holidays, from start to finish. You know, travelling, the food, the lakes. So yeah, that's our aim. Good quality, high standard carp fishing holidays to France. One reason I'm getting this video out now just before we are up and running is that we are going to be running a competition on social medias. So it's more a case of just getting the word out there, you know, get people following our pages. The Northern Bivvy Boys page will do as well. The YouTube channel, Northern Carp Tours, will have its own social medias, but for now we'll be running it through Northern Bivvy Boys till it's all set up, and then we'll start sharing it on Facebook, Instagram. Same again, we'll be having a YouTube channel for it. Right, I'll quickly run through the sections that I think over the years have been overlooked, and how we are going to set up to improve them, you know, and give a good trip. So first of all, the trip's going to start off with the transport. So the transport will include, we're either going to go in my own car with a trailer, or a crew van, like a long wheelbase Sprinter crew van. It's going to be pick up and drop off at your door, you know, so no meeting anywhere, no having to drive anywhere, whether you're in Middlesbrough, Newcastle, the northwest, down south, you know, anywhere, wherever it is, you know, you'll be picked up at your door and you'll be dropped back off at your door. Food on the trips is going to be all inclusive. This is probably my main priority. The amount of trips I've been on that have been served up rubbish food is unreal. You know, there's going to be no corners cut on food. You know, no cheapo sausages with your breakfast. You know, there's going to be multiple choice breakfast, whether it be an English breakfast or fruit, cereals, and all the rest of it that you might want for breakfast. teas are going to be things like fillet steak, fajitas, good quality meats, no cutting corners on, nothing like that. Big Sunday roast, but done well, not just a cheap old gravy with a bit of bisto in a pan. Proper one that I'd cook at home. Same again with all the meals. They're going to be well home cooked meals. Good quality standard barbecues in the summer. Food is going to be one part of it which we're going to want to excel in. It's been a pet hate of mine for years. Turning up, paying 200 quid, 150 quid, and being served chili or spag bol that costs a tenner for about 20 people. It's, we aren't wanting to do that. We want to be giving good quality food out there. Then we've got lake choice. That's another one that is going to be important to us. Same again we've done on trips where you can see trip organisers have managed to get a deal with a lake that ain't that popular, and ain't that popular for a reason, so that they can get it cheap. And then you go there, the facilities aren't very good, the standard of fishing isn't very good. Well, same again, this isn't going to be that. We're going to be going to the highest quality venues where one of the aims is to get a high chance of catching a £50 plus fish in your week's fishing. Not going to places where there's 150 in it that comes out once every 2 years. Every week in, week out, with up-to-date catch reports. Just like where I'm fishing now, Moorland of Graffiel. Now this will be one of the venues that we will be coming to. It's been studied over years, we've experienced it. It's a really high quality venue. There will be others, but it ain't a case of we've got it cheap so we can run trips here. No, we're paying just as much as everybody else, and that's what we're believing in. It's like, it is going to be a bit more expensive, but I think you get what you pay for, and that's what this is going to be. Now, we aren't going to fill the lake, so like if this pond holds say 7 people, we're not going to take more than 4 people on that trip. Because if somebody's sat not catching, we want them to have an option to move. So that, I mean, at the end of the day, people have taken a week off work. It's cost them a few quid. You want a good holiday. You don't want to be just come out last in the draw and have no chance of catching because you're just stuck in a no-carp corner. It needs to be where that if you do come out last, you've still got 50% of the lake to choose from. Or if you're not doing well, you can move. So that's going to be high on the agenda. Getting half full lakes and 0.5% catch reports. Which I know carp fishing isn't guaranteed all the time, but we want to make it as guaranteed as you can get it. And that will be down to choosing the right lakes. Service, that's going to be another priority, which goes without saying, done it. You don't want to be booking a trip and having rubbish service, which, believe it or not, I've had when we've been on trips that the guards' needs have come before the anglers, which is a massive no-no for me. Anything that the anglers that will be coming on these trips need, I'll be doing my best to give it to them. Might even be a case of just bringing them beers through the day, or whether it's bringing them bait down all day, or getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning to do a photograph in the water of a PB. All them things that you want from a guard, that's what we're going to give, and that's massively important. There's not worse than the guard sat catching 30 fish and then you're sat on 2 fish and you've paid all that money to come, because it happens. That's definitely not what it's going to be. We'll be doing our best so that you catch well, you eat well, and anything that you need, whether it be your bed setting up, your bivvies setting up, your gear moving, all them things, literally all the skivvying around that you want doing, that's what we're here to do, and that's what we will be doing. We are going to have a section which will be our alternative services, which will be like transport only trips. You know, like you might not want to come on one of our organised trips, but you might want somebody to take you in the transport and then cook your food all week for you and skivvy around after you. You know, that is going to be a service that we will offer if you've booked a lake, but you don't want to do the cooking all week for everybody. You know, then that's something we'll do as well. You know, pick you up at your door, same again, to whatever venue you want and whatever venue you organise. You know, anything is possible. You know, one thing I want to stress is that I'll give you all the information on this video or on our website when it gets up and running. But the main thing is don't be afraid to ask us anything. You know, everything is possible. You know, so just get in touch with us and just ask us. Just say, you know, look, we don't want to go on to one of your lakes, but we've got this lake, but we don't want to do the cooking all week, or we don't want to drive there. You know, will you do it for us? Of course we will. And that's what we're going to be doing as well. Another section that is important on these trips is going to be the tackle hire. You know, I say it's going to be tackle hire. You know, we've got tons of gear, bait boats and whatnot. Everybody doesn't have them pieces of equipment. They don't necessarily want to always buy them. You know, I'm not even going to be doing them as tackle hire. You know, there ain't going to be any extra for the bait boats. You know, they'll be inclusive in the trips. You know, we've got rods, reels, all to high quality standard. You know, an example, you know, like it'll be all the gear that I fish with, you know, which will be things like Harrison's rods, Daiwa Bezier reels, you know, and all other tackle that'll be up to the same sort of standard. You know, so if it is a trip where you don't want to bring your stuff, you don't want to bring your chairs, you know, you literally just want to come on an holiday, you know, all the tackle can be arranged for you, you know, even at no extra cost. You know, which leading on to the cost, that's one thing and one area that is going to be different to everyone else. It's like we're not going to be competing with the other companies that offer trips for 700, 800, 900 quid. And we are about that. You know, we are going to be different. We do believe in that you get what you pay for. So these trips are going to be more expensive than them trips. And we aren't going to trying to be the cheapest, but we're trying to do it to where you get what you pay for and you're going to be getting quality, and that's it. So instead of paying, you know, 700, 800, 900 quid for a trip where corners have probably been slightly cut, you'd be paying like 1300 quid all inclusive, but there won't be any corners cut. You know, for the sake of an extra few hundred quid. But all them extra little things where the corners aren't cut, I think make the difference. The difference between a good holiday and an average holiday and a below average holiday. You know, for the sake of 200-300 quid what you might save, you might have a 10 times better holiday because you've got nicer food, or you've got a better lake, or you've caught bigger fish or nicer fish. You know, when you actually look at the grand scheme of things, even on them cheap holidays, it's still costing you a few quid. It's still a week off work. You know, we're aiming to sort of like, we aren't doing it cheap. We aren't going to say we're cheap, but we are going to say it's quality. And that's what we're going to be aiming for. I think that's probably about it for now. I said it was going to be a short clip. It evidently isn't. But we're going to get on with our fishing this week. See how well we do here. Like I say, in the future, keep your eyes out for the Northern Carp Tours brand, social medias and whatnot. Like I say, look out for this competition that's going to be released, and hopefully we'll see you on a trip in the future. Until then, enjoy your fishing, catching them big fish and beautiful fish.